Good morning, guys. I just wanted to talk to you guys, kind of just something, get some things off my chest, off my heart. I am, Sunday mornings have become my time to myself. Lord knows I need to be in somebody's church somewhere, but it has become my time to myself. Hubby stays and watches baby and lets me get out of the house for a little while by myself. So yeah. But I wanted to talk to you guys because I had something on my heart, and just kind of something I wanted to discuss, because you talk to different people about your weight and things like that, and different people say to you, well, this is what I hear: oh, you're not big, it's just your boobs. Oh, well, girl, don't lose them boobs, because then everybody gonna see you got a stomach. Or just different things, or ooh, you've gotten so big, or ooh, she's fat, stuff like that. Well, this is how I feel. Okay, I feel like I am not that big girl who is capable of being confident in herself at this size, as the size that I am right now. I'm not that girl. I'm not never going to say big is not beautiful. I just don't feel like big is beautiful on me. I did not I haven't been big my entire life. I was tiny. I used to be nothing but boobs, like boobs, just boobs. At my smallest, I think I was probably in a size 3. There was a point where anything bigger than a 4 was too big for me. And so I gained weight as I got older. It's genetic for me. Nobody ever told me that it runs in families and things like that. So, my weight gain was some genetic, some hitting puberty too early, and probably being sexually active too early and things like that. But I haven't been big my whole life. So for more of my life, I spent like 17 years small. And then from 18 to 30, I've been big. And it was gradual at first. No, it wasn't gradual at first. I take that back. I gained 60 pounds in like 2 months. So it wasn't a gradual weight gain. It was like an instant, and before I gained weight, like, I don't ever, let me just tell y'all this. This is why it's important to me, fathers. This is to my fathers, that you tell your daughters that they're beautiful, and that you tell your daughters that they're pretty, and you let them know that they're worth something. Because yeah, moms can say you're beautiful, but your mom telling you you're beautiful does not hold the same weight as your father telling you you're beautiful when you're a girl. And I can't get emotional because I'm driving. So I'm trying not to. But I cannot remember a time when I was younger that I heard my father tell me that I was beautiful. Like, not one time that he ever said that I was beautiful or pretty or whatever. Just never. All I could remember was my father always calling himself ugly, and then people would always go, oh, she looked just like her daddy. So here you go, you got this man who's insecure in how he looks and going, oh, I know I'm ugly. But then you have this girl who everybody keeps telling her that she looks just like her father. So, and then you have a man who's not telling his daughter that she's beautiful. And I think the first time that I ever remember my dad telling me I was beautiful, it was almost like he was shocked. And I was grown. And I think it was like the first time he saw me in makeup, and I was learning how to do my makeup, and he looked at me and said, oh, wow, you're pretty. Like it shocked him, So then there's that. But it wasn't that. But then all I used to ever hear people say to me was, girl, don't lose your figure. Ooh, don't let Trisha lose that figure. Ooh, when she get older, she gonna be banging with that body. Don't lose that figure. Don't lose that figure. Like, that was it. That was all people used to say to me. Don't lose that figure. Don't lose that figure. So, never, oh, Trisha's beautiful. Trisha's pretty. No, none of that. Just don't lose that figure. So, of course, at 17, 18, I lose my figure. And I feel like I have nothing left to stand on. Nothing left to stand on. I've never been told that I'm pretty. I've never been told that I was good enough in my own skin. I've always been told that I should never lose my figure. Now, mind you guys, when I was like 12 or 13, we did a fashion show for my church, and I had to be measured. And I was on the dance team in my church, so I had to be measured. So at like 13, I was what that Brick House song, I was a 36, 24, 36. Those were my measurements. I was a perfect little brick house, and everybody knew. And my mama always taught me to be a lady, so I never wore things that were like revealing. Like, I remember my mom took away all my shirts that showed my cleavage and made me throw them all away. And like, she allowed me to wear fitted stuff, but like, for instance, none of my skirts were above my knees. They all came to my knees. If anything, she would let me have a tiny little split in the front, and then my shirt would come like here so that my cleavage would be covered up. And then usually, I would be able to tuck my shirt in or whatever. But I was never that girl to dress I guess sluttish or show myself off. I wasn't a hoochie. But so come 17, 18, what happens? I lose my figure. So now I feel like I don't have nothing left to stand on. Like, I don't have nothing. I'm not pretty. I don't have long hair. I don't have the best hair. I don't know how to take care of my hair. So, like, what do I have? So I was lost. I was really, really, really lost. So still to this day, at 30 years old, I think I can count on one hand, and my dad lives with me, and I can count on one hand how many times he's told me that I looked good or I was pretty without a but. And it's only if he sees me come out and I have on makeup, and he'll go, wow, you look beautiful. Oh, you must be getting dressed up for your husband. And then my husband will come home, don't she look nice? And my husband will say, well, I think she's always beautiful. She always looks nice to me. But I'm talking about right now, in this very moment. And he's like, yeah, she looks nice, but she looks just as beautiful as she looks when she don't have on makeup as well. That's the kind of stuff my husband says, and I love him for it. But so at 30 years old, my weight and the size of my boobs my weight and the size of my breast are my biggest insecurity. I don't feel like I am the prettiest girl in the world, but I don't feel like I'm the ugliest. I feel like you can't really, I feel like everybody's beautiful in their own way, and you just have to sometimes, with some people, you just have to look deeper to find that beauty. I feel like as I get older, outside is one thing, but inside means a hell of a lot more. And I feel like through it all, no matter what people feel like I look like on the outside, my inside is extremely beautiful. And that's what radiates on the outside of me. That's what I feel like. But I'm not comfortable, and I'm not secure. I'm not that big girl who I don't even like to shop. Just honestly, I don't like to shop. I don't like to wear clothes because I feel like nothing looks right. And I feel like everybody was saying Wendy Williams looked like an uppercase P or whatever. People used to call me Dolly Parton when I was little. because I was always so big on top and so little on the bottom. And even like now with my weight gain, I feel like I'm so ill proportioned because of my breast being so large that if I even before I got pregnant, I would wear certain shirts, and it was so embarrassing to see people come up to me and be like, "Oh, how many months are you?" And I'm like, "What? What?" And they're like, and then I look down and I'm like, "Oh, it's because my boobs are making my shirt sit out really far." Okay, no, I'm not pregnant. My titties are just really big, um, or and stuff like that. Like, that's embarrassing. So I don't like to shop because I feel like nothing is proportionate to me. I'm not proportionate. My breasts are the largest part of my body. If they go ahead and do this reduction, that probably would take a good 30 pounds off of me. And there go 30 of they 40 that they want me to lose. It's sitting right here on my boobs. I know that because I put them on a scale. And they were 36 pounds. But I'm not that big girl who's confident in the size that she is. Now, I'm never going to say that big isn't beautiful, because I see some fabulous, beautiful big girls who are confident in what they wear. Like, oh my goodness, I don't remember her name, but she's on YouTube and she's light skinned and she got 2 babies. But she's always doing try-ons of big girl plus size fashion, and she is beautiful. Like, she is one of my favorite plus size girls to watch. She's beautiful, but I feel like her and the size that she is, her body is really proportionate, so she can get away with stuff. I wouldn't try to wear half the stuff that she wears because I just know it wouldn't fit me. It just wouldn't do me right with my body shape. It's just how I feel. But yeah, so I'm not that big girl who's all extra secure in her shape, and I don't know that I'll ever be that big girl who is all extra secure in how she's shaped. If you guys hear that whistling, it's the wind. It's really windy today. But yeah, I'm not. I'm not, and I don't know how to be. And one of my biggest insecurities is my shape and my figure and my boobs. I hear girls say all the time, "Ooh, I wish I had some boobs. Ooh, I wish I had some boobs." Like, child, no, you don't. You don't. Trust me, you don't. One of my biggest insecurities is my boobs, and I guess just my shape in general, and my weight. I don't know how to find my happiness in the skin that I'm in, so to speak. I don't know how to do that. Like, you try to mask it because you try to be good at tons of other things. Like, you try to be, like, I used to always try to make sure my nails were done. Oh, these parking spots are so tiny. You try to be secure in yourself, um and you do other things, like you make sure your hair is done, and you make sure your nails are done, and you make sure your face is always beat, but at the end of the day, when you take all that stuff off, or when you can't afford to get your nails done, and you can't afford to get a pedicure, and you've ran out of foundation, and you can't afford to buy any more at the moment, and you don't have the money to get your hair done, like, what do you have? And that's kind of the place where I found myself at, because after we had baby, I stopped working. And with my car, no, guys, I showed you guys when I got a new car, and it was a couple of months. We didn't even know we was pregnant yet, and it was a couple of months before I had to stop working because my job wasn't going to cover my maternity leave. So of course, we had to budget, and like strictly budget, so, and we had to cut off some unnecessary expenses. And the unnecessary expenses were, for me, were, now this, she's just sitting here honking. The unnecessary expenses for me were like wigs and nails and pedicures and, things like that. So I was left to like just myself. Like, couldn't afford to get my hair done, so I learned how to rap. I ran out of some makeup stuff that was like essential to doing your makeup and doing your face. So I was just stuck and left by myself and left to my own vices. And I remember sitting there like, oh my gosh, I feel so ugly without all of this stuff. And my therapist was like, sweetheart, you are naturally beautiful and you need to thank God for that, because not everybody is. And I'm like, but my nails aren't done, my hair's not done, I don't have no makeup on, and I don't feel pretty. And she's like, but you need to learn how to love yourself without all that stuff. So that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm trying. I'm about to get my nails done though, because I'm a nail biter, and when I don't bite my nails, that helps them grow. But my hair is probably gonna be a minute before I can get my hair done, and I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that, but I'm about to get my nails done so I can stop biting my nails, because I bite my nails down to the skin almost, and I tear my cuticles and stuff up. But it's a nervous habit. But I'm trying to learn to love myself for who Trisha is on the inside. And I'm trying to learn to love myself on the inside, to let that radiate even with me on the outside. I don't know. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that, because it's important for me to do that, especially since I'm raising a daughter. And you can only fake the funk for so long before people start seeing through your mask. And I don't want to fake it. I want to look at my daughter, and I want my daughter to look at me and be like, oh, my mom exudes confidence, she's beautiful. And and I want to be proud and know that, yeah, this is really how I feel about myself. I'm not faking this. Like, this is just how I feel. And it's just, so I'm working on me. I say that I'm working on me. If you guys saw the other video I posted and you guys were wondering what happened to my hand, I burnt myself cooking, and then the scab, the top layer came off. So it's really, really, really sore. And because it's my hand and you use your hand to do everything, I just went ahead and covered it with a Band-Aid. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. Because we keep it real over here, and we kind of let all that stuff, we keep it real. And we let all that stuff hang out. Like, it's just going to be what it is. And, so yeah. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I didn't want this to be 20 minutes, so hopefully by the time I upload it, it won't be 20 minutes. But love you guys. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.